Amrit Mahotsav celebrates 75 years of the Chinmaya movement, founded by Pujya Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda ji. Chinmaya Mission has grown into a global spiritual force with hundreds of centers, study groups, institutions and social initiatives. The Chinmaya Amrit Yatra, national pilgrimage across Bharat, spreads Gurudev's teaching, devotion and service to millions. The celebration is both a tribute to the past and a call to live Vedantic values, carrying Gurudev's vision into every heart. We warmly welcome you all to this auspicious occasion. Now I request Dr. Prabhavati, accomplished Carnatic musician, to do the prayer.
Gangayum Gangayum Tingalum Nagum Mahajatayum Bhaladeshe Trikannum Ardhanimilita Netravum Champagapuvin Nasikayum Champagapuvin Nasikayum Nasikayum Kamane Adharavum Kamane Vellunna Adharavum Kekikyu Naanamekum Karutum Shaktikyu Chernoruttalam Shaktikyu Chernoruttalam Padmaprabhayarna Nintrpadavum Padmaprabhayarna Nintrpadavum Trishulavum Rudrakshavum Damaruvinnadavum Trishulavum Rudrakshavum Damaruvinnadavum Kochutumbiyum Kochutumbiyum Velum Velum Puliyum Van Puliyum Nandiyum Nandiyum Ganangalum Ganangalum Bhuta Ganangalum Ananda Ananda Darshanam Om Sahanavavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
I request Swami Advayananda ji and Professor Sunita Grandeji to offer shawl to Gurudev.
Om Sri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. 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 Om Sri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha.
Hari Om. Next, I request Shri Anil Pillaji, General Manager of Chinmaya International Foundation, to give the welcome address.
Hari Om. Om Sri Chinmaya Sadguru Namah. Prostrations to the Guru Parampara. Most revered Swamijis, Brahmacharyans, honored chief guest, participants of the Lalita Sahasranama Camp, trustees of CIF, and to all the Chinmaya family members, a warm welcome to this function. 75 years ago, a single spark was lit by our master, Puja Gurudev, Swami Chinmayananda. It was a spark of vision, courage, and uncompromising commitment to the timeless wisdom of Vedanta. What began as a humble flame has today blossomed into a global spiritual movement, touching millions of lives. Today we stand at this historic milestone, the Chinmaya Amrit Mahotsav, marking 75 years of this divine movement. With over 100 plus centers worldwide, the Chinmaya movement stands as a living testament of Gurudev's vision. This Mahotsav is not just a celebration of the past, it is a reaffirmation of our commitment to the future. As a centerpiece of this celebration, we are here to welcome the Chinmaya Amrit Yatra, the 295-day national pilgrimage which began at Chinmaya Vibhooti and is now traversing through the sacred land of Bharat, is today at the revered, hallowed home of Bhagwan Adi Sankara Nilayam. It carries the living grace and presence of Puja Gurudev into our very hearts. We extend a most heartfelt welcome to the entire Amrit Vahini team, our revered Swamijis, dedicated Brahmacharyans, and our dynamic Yuvaveers, whose relentless service and fervent faith bring the journey to life. Through the digital yagnas, Gurudev's voice is brought alive in regional languages, allowing every seeker to sit at his feet. The vision is bold to reach millions of hearts, transforming the knowledge into actions. As the Rath moves forward, it reminds us of the Master's tireless service and his powerful call to awaken. On this auspicious occasion, let us open our hearts to receive the divine Amrit and resolve to live it in our daily lives. Once again, a very warm welcome to all of you. Your presence adds great meaning to this sacred event. Thank you. Hari Om.
Hari Om. Thank you, Anilji. Now I request Swami Advayananda, President of Chinmaya International Foundation and Trustee of Chinmaya Vishwavidyapit, to give the presidential address.
Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswati Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Today, we're sitting in the place where Puja Gurudev established. One of the names of Puja Gurudev is Jirna Mandirodharaka. We have Jirna Mandirodharakaya Namaha. In the Ashtotra Stanamavali we have. It means Mandira is a very sacred place. Jirana is that which is dilapidated, old, dilapidated really speaking. Jirana Mandira Uddharakaya. One who builds, one who vitalizes, one who gives life to a dilapidated sacred structure. This place, earlier it was named Melpadu Mana. This is the maternal home of Adi Shankaracharya. And a lady goes to her mother's home, for the delivery of the child, not just in Kerala, not just in India, around the world. And Adi Shankaracharya's mother, Aryamba, she is considered, to have come here for the delivery of the young Shankara. So that is the significance of this. So this is the birthplace, this is the birth home of Sri Adi Shankaracharya. Kaladi is the father's place, this is the mother's place. And this sacred bhumi where we are all sitting is a place where that young boy Adi Shankaracharya crawled, he walked, he sat, he played. Who knows, the very spot where you are sitting could be one of those places. That is the very, very, very sacred space. And this place had gone old, dilapidated, and the family which was managing the family. In this family, the boy, if the child is a boy, first the boy, the child born is a boy, then they call him Shankara. And if it is a girl, they give the name Arya. So that is the... So Shankara Nambudiri, the descendant of that ancient family, he was finding that it was difficult to maintain this place and financially constrained. And Gurudev was in such of a place where he can set up a foundation for Sanskrit research and Indic studies. And then when Gurudev had told some of the persons to go, one such person is also here. Go on such a nice place for our Chinmaya International Foundation. And then he had given some specifications. It probably should have a waterfront. Gurudev used to love nature very much. So they initially thought of some islands and all. What was exorbitantly costly. And then someone told that the maternal birth home of Adi Shankaracharya is you can't say sale, that word doesn't apply. That is available and the family is constrained and they're looking for a right, you can't, this is a very sacred place. They can't give, in Kerala every time such kind of places are there, they convert it into massage parlors. And he was very concerned that he should not go to somebody where, those kind of things, eat and drink, those kind of things should not enter this place. So very much concerned. So Gurudev had come to Ernakulam at that time, and then they said that, Gurudev, can we see the place? And Gurudev was he was running high fever, it is said. And somehow Gurudev came in the car, and when Gurudev got out of the car, they bought the wheelchair so that Gurudev can sit down and they could go around. And Gurudev said, no. He wanted to walk. They wanted to, because Gurudev was very frail, running high fever, more than, 70, 71, and they wanted him to sit down. They still pressurized him to sit down. No, let my footprints be here. Is it not Rajanji? Yes. So I acknowledge the presence of Sri K.K. Rajan. Rajanji, we call him. He is the founder trustee of Chinmaya International Foundation. And the hard work of many, many great sevakas like him is what enabled this place. And that photograph where you find, that if you go to the Gurudev shrine, if you go, you'll find that photo, the very famous photo. Gurudev, one step he has kept, another step is about to be there, and the stick is there. Let my footprints be here. It is those footprints which is continuing to protect. And it is our Raksha. So such a very sacred place Gurudev has got for us. And Gurudev's vision was that, there should be a university which should come up. And he had given the name also at that time, Shankara University, he had given the name. Of course, we have that Kaladi Shankaracharya University is already there. And during Gurudev's birth centenary year, 2016-17, 2015-16, in 2016, we, again by his grace, the university also came to shape. So this place where you find this Adi Sankara Nilayam, and Gurudev called this Melpadu as Adi Sankara Nilayam. So this became the very foundation of two large institutions serving the society and the world, Chinmaya International Foundation and Chinmaya Vibhooti. I'll just recount to you some anecdotes related to Gurudev, what I've heard from the elderly persons who are all here, the chief sevaks and all the trustees. So when Gurudev acquired this place and set up the Chinmaya International Foundation, Shankara Nambudri, so he had a feeling, our lovely place gone to somebody, that kind of feeling was there. Of course, he knew it is Chinmaya Mission and Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda. He knew all the glory, but that feeling, ancient place, centuries after centuries, not just decades, millennia, and that property, the heart, So somebody, went and told, they themselves in their own family, they did prashna. In Kerala, they have that prashna method to check out. So they checked out. And they came to know that I have personally interacted with Sri Shankara Nambudriji, and this what I am telling you is from him, I've heard. Others also told me, but I wanted to confirm from him. So I asked him about this incident. Then he himself clarified. Shankara Nambudriji's mother's brother's son's son is Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda. Okay? Shankara Nambudriji's, from whom we have acquired, is mother's brother's son's son is Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda. And when Gurudev came to know about it, he laughed, the usual. And then told Shankara Nambudriji, are you now happy? My property has come to me. Like that, Gurudev is supposed to have. And he was also and he used to, now he is no more, but he used to visit our place every month and do the worship in the mandir and all, Ayyappa mandir. So very, very, one more thing I remember is there was some doubt, which is exactly the birth room of Adi Shankaracharya. Because he was born here, but birth room, which one? And then there was some discussion, which this one could be, this one. Some people said because he is Shankaracharya, is avatar of Shankara Bhagwan, therefore should be born puja room. Lot of discussion. So this kind of discussion going on. And they told Gurudev, this discussion is going on, which is the exact birth room we should identify. So all those discussion going on, Gurudev told, I just want this place to be, free. No one should be here. Give me the time. Let me find out. And it is said that he put his Yuvakendra as a sentry. Tripunitana, Ernakulam, Yuvakendra, and all a sentry at all the places. No one should come in. And then Gurudev himself, it is said, he went, nobody was there, so nobody can say what exactly happened. But after some 45 minutes or something, Gurudev came out. And it is said, today I saw the photograph also of Gurudev stepping out, And it is said that Gurudev was like shining, radiant gold, like a swarna, gold shining. And then he said, this is the birth room. Put the plaque here. And today you have that marble also. This is the sacred birth room where Adi Shankaracharya is born. So plenty of anecdotes related to Pujya Gurudev in this place. We only offer our, what can I say, even Sashtanga Namaskar, no words can. One is Mandira of this nature. Another is our Sanatana Dharma, which is also Mandira. And Gurudev revived that also. So, Jirna Mandirodharakaya Nama. Gurudev always used to say that Sanatana Dharma is very flexible and rigid at the same time. A tree, the inner core, the cambium, it grows. It grows, but it remains the same. And as it grows, the outer, the bark, it expands to embrace the growth. Sanatana Dharma is like that, Gurudev used to say. The center core remains the same, and as it grows, like how, that embracing, like different challenges, different times, different requirements, different needs. Society changes. Society's needs also changes. If there is this culture, this Sanatana Dharma, this Hinduism, what we call today as Hinduism, Sanatana Dharma, has got this unique capacity to expand itself. The core of Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram remains the same. And then it grows and embraces. And again, Jirna Mandirodharakaya Nama. And to that great Mahatma who has blessed us, who continues to bless us, who ever remains here, who kept his footprints here, and whose vision is what is driving this institution, is making this institution, is what, and it's not that his vision, he himself does everything. Mayaivaite nihata purvameva, like that. Like how Bhagavan Krishna tells Arjuna, I have done everything. You just go and win your name, fame, like that. Gurudev has done everything for us. He continues to do everything for us. And we are very, very glad that today we have welcoming our Gurudev to his own place. Very grateful to all the youngsters here and the Swamijis who are leading and guiding all this wonderful yatra to have brought our Gurudev very safely here. We thank you all very much and lots of love, and grateful to everyone, and special gratitude to all the sevakas who are all present here. And thank you Swami Sharadananda for everything. Yes, I cannot say this or that. Swamiji has done everything, takes care of so many things. And let us all become just instruments in Gurudev's hands, and he does everything. Shri Sadgurunath Maharaj ki Jai.
Hari Om. Thank you, Swamiji. It is really a blessing to be in this place. Next, I request Swami Anukulananda ji National Convener of All India Chinmaya Yuva Kendra, Director CIRS and Acharya of Youth Empowerment Program to share about the Yatra.
Hari Om. See, when I see serious faces, I get frightened. Second, we are all celebrating a great Utsava right now. So let the joy of Puja Gurudev be evident on our faces also. Today is the 89th day of our Yatra. Fine. And we have completed 89 days now. So we have only 200 and odd days remaining. So it's not very long. That's all. We have covered a distance of approximately 9,000 kilometers. The total distance we have to cover is 35,000. But 9,000 is done. 4 states are complete. So Maharashtra, Gujarat, Goa, Karnataka. We have completed. Now we are in the 5th state. Of course, spirituality has only 4 states. But Yatra has all 28 states, 29 states. So we have reached Kerala. Very soon we'll go to Trivandrum. And we will go to Tamil Nadu. After that we'll go to Andhra Pradesh. Like that we will keep traveling. And this Yatra, this is March. The Yatra will get over in October. Yeah, I can hear some people's feelings come. So we are coming here. So we have arrived here to invite you to meet us there. So just as we are meeting you here, we will once again meet in October in the Vishwa Sammelan. Already Swami Swarupananji and Swami Mitranji have met the Prime Minister of India, and he is eager to inaugurate this program. So he will be inaugurating this program in October. So we have these wonderful youngsters who are taking this yatra ahead. Something very nice. We have Brahmacharini Tarini Chaitanya from CIF, who's leading the yatra. Brahmachari Sudhir Chaitanya also, who's from CIF, Kottayam. Brahmachari Sudhir Chaitanya belongs to all places also. So he is leading the yatra. Both of them together very beautifully are taking the yatra forward. Swami Mitrananji, who had done the first yatra, is in and through planning, guiding the entire team to take the entire yatra forward. So that is how we are here. So this Amrit Yatra, the most important word is Amrit. So what is the significance of Amrit? And what is the significance of Yatra? There are many things to say, but then we will keep it as short as we can. Could be just 25-30 minutes. No. 7 minutes, 5 minutes. So Amrit is immortal. So what is immortal? Mother Ganga is immortal. She is a perennial flow and she will keep serving Bharat. She will keep purifying the citizens of Bharat forever. Like that, the knowledge of Vedanta is Amrit. The Bhagavad Gita itself is called Amrit. Gita Amritam Mahat. The master who has realized the truth, that master has no death. So therefore, the master is also Amrit. And finally, the work done by the master, that never dies. So therefore, that also is Amrit. And finally, the goal that all of us have to reach is also Amrit. So therefore, this yatra is celebrating all this Amrit. Pujya Gurudev, as such a great Rishi, through the work of eternity, brought this Amrit Ganga of knowledge to all of us so that we reach that Amrit. This yatra, this journey, is the journey of this Amrit to the entire Bharat in this 75th year. And this yatra is also our journey towards that Amrit. Pujya Gurudev in his entire life worked for this. To establish, re-establish Sanatana Dharma. Kerala is a very, very beautiful state. Great stalwarts are born in this land. So a few days back, we got the opportunity to go with Gurudev. Why am I saying go with Gurudev? We are not taking Gurudev. We are escorts. Gurudev goes, we go. And that is a fact. So Pujya Gurudev went to his Guru Swami Tapon Maharaj's home. Near Palakkad, that place is there. Then Pujya Gurudev went to the Palakkad Chinmaya Mission ashram, where Swami Tapon Maharaj spent 2 years doing tapas. So we went to the birthplace of Swami Tapon Maharaj. We went to the Tapobhumi also of Swami Tapon Maharaj. And third, today we have come with Gurudev to the birthplace of Bhagavan Adi Sankara Ji. A worthy son of the parampara of Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya Ji is Gurudev. The work that Pujya Gurudev did for once again propagating, for once again popularizing the work of Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya Ji, very, very few missionaries have done that work like Pujya Gurudev. So the worthy son has come to Adi Sankara Nilayam to meet his master. Today is a very, very sacred and a very beautiful day that these two masters, or Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya Ji, is offered pranams to by Pujya Gurudev. So this is the Amrit Yatra that all of us are celebrating today. And this Amrit Yatra has to flow, has to continue. Not end in October 23rd, but continue to celebrate the next 75 years. So may that missionary spirit that is invoked in all of us through this particular celebration, this Utsava, let us strengthen our resolve with the missionary zeal. Pujya Gurudev described Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya Ji as the best spiritual general that Sanatana Dharma could have found. This is the word Pujya Gurudev uses for Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya Ji to describe him, the best spiritual general. And the great commander that took the message of Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya Ji as a great missionary with such zeal was Pujya Gurudev. And as disciples and devotees of Pujya Gurudev, we will carry this work with all our strength, with all our enthusiasm, and with all our dedication for the next 75 years to celebrate the 150th year of Gurudev's work. This yatra of Amrit Yatra will continue. Thank you very much. Namaste. Hari Om.
Hari Om. Thank you, Swamiji. Now I request Swami Anukulananda ji to introduce the Yuvaveers.
So I'm back again so quickly. Okay. So this Amrit Yatra, as I mentioned to all of you, are being led, carried forward by our Yuvaveers and the members of our Chinmaya Yuva Kendra. Till now, in Kerala particular, we have been introducing them and they have been coming and standing in front. Because none of them speak Malayalam nor do they understand Malayalam. So the only time that they nod is when they hear their name. None of the other things they understand. But very luckily, here all of us are speaking in English. So all of us understand English. So I would like them to come and introduce themselves. Something very, very inspiring is the dedication of these youngsters. Imagine they have been away from their homes for not just 89 days, for 2 months before that, and 3 months before that they have been in training. So it is 6 months since they have gone home. For us, 3 days we travel and then come back. Abba, nice. They're traveling for 89 days now. Such very inspiring youngsters, very amazing youngsters. Let us listen to them in their introduction. Thank you. Please come. Hari Om.
Hari Om. My pranams to Puja Swamins, Chief Sevaks, Brahmacharins and all other Sevaks here. I am Vratesh and I have finished my MBA from University of Auckland in New Zealand, and I was working there, and I'm also into adventure sports. Usually when I start that, not usually, at times when I'm here, I ask how many of you have met Gurudev, but I don't think I should ask that question here. All batches of the Youth Empowerment Program, we have been given some projects, and this year a few of us are posted on the Amrit Yatra. I, being an alumni of the Chinmaya International Residential School, I've heard a lot of great inspiring stories of Puja Gurudev. And of course it was very inspiring. But when Gurudev takes us around Bharat, so we have finished, as Swamiji said, we have finished 4 states. The emotions that people show, the bhava that people show, be it anybody, and people who have met Gurudev, people who have not met Gurudev, they see a Paduka coming, especially on the ghats of Omkareshwar. When we see that, it just strikes in us that, practically it strikes in us how much Gurudev has worked for Sanatan Dharma and for the revival of Bharat, and how much the chief sevaks and how much so many other sevaks have worked. And that is an inspiration for all of us, especially we in the Amrit Yatra, to try and contribute, one, towards the culture, towards Gurudev's vision, and towards our life, because we form the next generation of Bharat. So this is one thing that I always will take from me from the Amrit Yatra, and I'm very grateful. Thank you. Hari Om.
Hari Om. My name is Ananya Agarwal and I'm from Ghaziabad, Uttar Pradesh. I'm a textile designer by profession. I studied from National Institute of Fashion Technology, that is NIFT. And I was working in Delhi in a company. Then I wanted to start my business, so I resigned from my job. And then I got to know about YEP and thought that, of course, YEP will give me a very great platform to enhance my skills, work on my skills. So I joined YEP. And also, if I'm getting a chance to serve my country for 1 year, full life I will live for myself. So I thought 1 year I'll dedicate to my nation. So I came to YEP, and now I'm on this yatra, which I never imagined I would be. And I'm very fortunate that I have got this opportunity to travel with Gurudev, to carry his vision forward, to interact with youngsters, get inspired, inspiring them. And during this yatra, before this yatra actually, I was part of the design team also, under Swami Mitranandaji's guidance. I was involved in the designing, and really I spent 10 days sleepless nights before the yatra. I barely slept for 3 hours. But something was there that was pushing me to go work daily, ideate what design should we make for the bus, the logo. And somehow, I think it was Gurudev only, that motivation, I would say, Gurudev only, who helped me to bring the best and do the best, perform the best. Even I was tired and I could contribute through my skills to that vision. So I'm very glad that I got that opportunity, and Swamiji also trusted me. That I think that is also a very great thing. And in this yatra, we have one Vahini that you all visited, and we have 3 cars, out of which one car is exclusively girls' car, which is completely driven, taken care of by girls. And of course, we have been on a journey. Every one of us, we face many difficulties while driving also. But daily we are learning, getting better at it. So for me, one experience that I have learned is that when we were driving through ghats, we don't know what will come next. It's completely blind spot. We don't know. So I compare, while driving only, it came to my mind that similarly in life also, we don't know what life will throw on you next minute, next hour, next day. So just accept everything with a smile and just keep going forward. Focus on the journey, not the destination. So this has been my biggest learning. Thank you. Hari Om.
Hari Om to one and all present here. My name is Mohit Sharma, and yes, of course, all of you would have heard me doing the Ghoshna at the start. So, yes, that is because the Josh I have had, I still have for the Indian Army. I was in NCC during my college days, and then continuing forward, whatever the positives, strengths and positives I have in me, and serving the mission. Being a part of the mission since my childhood in Bal Vihar, then Chik, and now being a Yuvaveer, it feels really grateful. And today's sight, being on this yatra, is really a blessing. So today's sight of in the Nilayam, seeing Adi Sankara ji and Gurudev and Padukas all together, just is a blessing in disguise that nobody other than us can witness this moment ever again. Maybe after 75 or 100 years of Chinmaya Mission, they can. But being here on this day is really, really special for me. And being on the Amrit Yatra, of course, it's been a long journey, and we have a long way ahead, 210, 211 days to go. But it feels grateful to be here. And about me, I have completed my graduation, and then I was pursuing chartered accountancy. But I had to drop it and serve the mission, not because I have to serve the mission. So I wanted to find my Swadharma, so I joined the youth empowerment program. And yes, it has been very fruitful. I have some of my Yuvaveer seniors also here, so who inspired me to join the youth empowerment program. So being a part of the mission, serving it at a higher cause, is what giving me the motivation to do it each and every day, irrespective of how tiring it is. So this is about my journey in the Amrit Yatra and the Youth Empowerment Program. Thank you. Hari Om.
Hari Om. My name is Ikshika. I just finished my 12th grade through homeschooling, and I had about 6 months of time before I joined college. So I got the opportunity of being on the Amrit Yatra through Chinmaya Yuva Kendra. I am part of the Yuva Kendra group in Chennai. So I got the opportunity of being on the yatra, and here I am. It's been a beautiful experience. One thing that I realized, being in my age, my generation, my people, people of my age were not very aware of our culture, of our our religion or our culture, of India itself. We all think, oh, it's so outdated, why do we need to know it? Everything else is so much cooler. This is not so cool. Honestly, traveling across India, I realized that is so not true. There is so much beauty in our country. There's so much beauty in our culture. And every place that we go to, just, if we go to a different district, everything is different. The food is different, music, the dance, the culture, everything is different. And I feel so grateful that I am able to go and discover that. And I feel really proud that I am able to do my part to make my friends or people of my generation be a little more aware of that. That's what I'm getting to do on this yatra. And a little bit about me, I joined the Yuva Kendra group only a year ago, but my granddad and my father, his sisters, they've all been part of CHIK, and they've all told me some beautiful stories about Gurudev. They've told me, my dad used to tell me a lot of stories that, of his travel with Mitranandji. And I always used to think maybe one day I should be a part of something like this. I also want to experience this. And last year I got the opportunity of joining the group, and I'm loving every moment of the yatra. This is my first time in CIF, and I was so fascinated by Adi Sankara ji because I got to visit Omkareshwar last year and this year. And being here in his birthplace, it feels really surreal and really unreal. But I am just soaking it all in. There's so much of beautiful energy here, and I feel so happy to meet all of you. And this has just been such a beautiful experience, and thank you for listening to me. Hari Om.
Hari Om. My name is Sri Vidya. I'm from Coimbatore. I've completed my engineering and I was working as a senior software developer in Bangalore. So I worked for 6 years, and I was inspired by the youth empowerment program, and I joined the youth empowerment program, and through it I have got this opportunity to be a part of Chinmaya Amrit Yatra. And being a part of this yatra, I've experienced so many things. And in every state that we go, we have been meeting devotees and Chinmaya Mission members. The love that they shower on us, we feel so happy and so grateful that how much impact Gurudev has created in everywhere that we go. The love for them, for him, when I see, it's like how much Gurudev would have done to bring this love. Right? So I'm very happy to be a part of this yatra. And a little bit about me, I'm a Chinmaya Yuva Kendra member, and I joined the mission like 4 years ago. I was an online student, and I used to go to camps. In camps and in the weekend classes, I learned a lot of values, be it approaching a problem, how to solve it. My thought process changed as I started going to these classes. And I knew that youth empowerment program also would give me so many values. People would think, isn't this a year break in your resume because you have a very good professional life? But I feel like a person, what they can learn in 10 years or more, we will get to experience this in this 1 year in this yatra is what I believe, and I know for sure. Very happy and grateful to be here. Thank you. Hari Om.
All right. Hari Om Swamiji. Hari Om everyone. My name is Sumukh. After much effort, I was able to clear the Chartered Accountancy course. Yeah, that was tiring. More than happiness, I felt relief when I cleared the course. And so I thought troubles are over and I can get into a job, earn money, spend it on things I like. Cut to 4 years later, I feel lost. I felt I was working out of obligation, and what I wanted was really inspiration. Because all my work was driven by pressure. Sure, I was working well. I was growing in my role. I was set for a promotion shortly. But then I was missing something motivating from the inside. I did not have any motivation within myself to work. I had already for 3 years been reading on philosophy, spirituality, Advaita, Vedanta. Straight away, Aham Brahmasmi and all that. But I realized it is too premature. I need the right guidance from Swamiji's. So I was looking desperately for an elaborate course, not just a 5 to 10-day retreat, to understand this better. And apply it to my own life and develop an approach to work and life that will help me be fulfilled and get the best out of myself. That's what I wanted. And fortunately, a friend from Mumbai, CHIK, introduced me to the youth empowerment program. I got in touch with Brahmachari Anandji, and I'm here now. It's been great so far, and I've been able to appreciate Sanatana Dharma much, much more. And I appreciate and feel it necessary that I must be doing something for India, because only India or Bharat can be the biggest advocate for Sanatana Dharma, and no other country can. Thank you very much. Hari Om.
Okay. Hari Om, everyone. Hari Om, Swamijis. So, this place is very special to me. My name is Shuka, and I studied here in CVV. And while I was here, I got less time because COVID and everything was happening. And we were the last batch that actually studied in this campus. And I was very grateful that I got to be part of that. And before that, I studied in CIRS, where Anukulananda was is the Acharya CIRS. And I had a lot of interactions with Anukulananda at the time when I was studying in CIRS. And then I was a Yuva Kendra member. I attended a lot of camps, organized some camps. And life just kept going on. I was working in a university, Manipal University, as an academic counselor. I was also a syllabus design expert over there. So I was designing the syllabus for a lot of different courses in Manipal University. And I was helping about 8,000 people in the 4 years that I spent doing this kind of work. Maximum. 800 people to 1,000 people in a year is approximate, maybe more, maybe less. But I still felt like I was not doing enough. I still felt like there is so much more potential that I can, harness from within. I was not doing enough, and this kept ringing within me. And then I attended the Be There camp that happened last year in May, and I got to know about the Youth Empowerment Program, and I was very, very intrigued. I talked to a lot of different Yuvaveers who were there. I bugged them to the point where they were like, I'll tell you about it, just give me some time. I kept bugging them, kept talking to them about it. And while I was in the camp, I made the decision that, okay, this is what I have to do. And at this point in time, I had not spoken to my family. I had not put down my papers. And the camp was the Youth Empowerment Program was starting in 20 days' time. My notice period is 60 days. So I went back to the company. I served a short notice of just 15 days. Ran home from Bangalore. So I was working in Bangalore. Ran home to Chennai. Left everything. Then I came for the Youth Empowerment Program. And it's the best decision I could make. Fast forward 3 months of training. I did not know that Amrit Yatra was happening this year. I did not know that this was a project that was going to happen at the time of joining Youth Empowerment Program. So I didn't have the vision of this is what I want to do. This is the posting I want, nothing as such. But very fortunately, I got this posting. They said that, so Mitrananji had asked how many of you know how to drive. Some of us raised our hands. And he said, you will all be in Yatra. And I was like, okay, we got the posting now. So then when I got posted in Yatra, I didn't realize what amount of work is going to go through. What amount of work we have to do during the Yatra. Every day is such a beautiful journey for us. Every day is a unique journey for us. I bet a lot of people over here like traveling. How many of you like traveling? Exploring different places? Okay. How many of you like traveling every day to a new place? Which means having to pack, unpack, wash your clothes, meet different people, sleep in a different bed, drive, take care of the wife. So many things happen in a single day. Apart from all of this, one of the most important things which I want to mention is that we go to universities, we go to schools, and we take sessions for youngsters, inspiring them with the Bhagavad Gita. This was not a component that I had planned for. In the sense, it was not in my mind that this is what I'm going to be doing. Within 3 months, we have already, 90 days, we're almost hitting 3 months of the Yatra. Within 3 months of the Yatra, we have already touched, inspired more than 25,000 youngsters and 25,000 people above that age. So this is the difference that I wanted to, emphasize on, in the sense, the amount of work that I was doing before versus the opportunity that has been given to me now, and the amount of work I'm able to do because of this opportunity that has been presented to me. Of course, all pranams to Gurudev and all the Swamis who have been guiding us through all of this. But I am very fortunate that I got this opportunity, and I'm using this as a learning for myself, as a platform to build myself going forward. That's a little bit about myself. I will quickly introduce two very, very lovely people. This is Kumar Anna, and that is Chandru Anna. They are our Sarathis for the Ratha, for the Vahini. Now, something extremely beautiful about both of them is they are always smiling, they're always jolly, they keep us engaged, they always have fun with us. Kumar Anna here is extremely special because he was a Sarathi in the Jyoti Yatra that happened 10 years ago, and he's also a Sarathi with us this time. So yes, thank you so much. Hari Om.
Hari Om. Thank you. Next, our chief guest, Dr. V.P. Gangadharan, sir. He is a renowned medical oncologist and pediatric oncologist with over 34 years of experience. A pioneer in Kerala's oncology field, he established the state's first medical oncology department at RCC Trivandrum. Known for his humanitarian approach and founding the Cochin Cancer Society to aid needy patients, he embodies compassionate care, earning him immense respect and title Saint with Stethoscope. He is a prolific researcher, author and recipient of numerous accolades, including the Kerala Shri Award. I request him to share a few words.
Hari Om Swamiji and to all the Chinmaya Mission people. I think it's always a fate which makes you to be in a place at some particular time on any specific day. If I retrieve back and then see, many of the interviews, people used to come and ask me, when did you decide to become a doctor? And I used to answer saying that I had not yet decided to be a doctor. And somebody asked me, what was your passion when you were a child? I think all of you laughed because I was happy, or I would have been happy to be a guard in a train. And destiny made me to reach this specialized area of oncology. And that way, I think why I'm sitting now along with all the brahmacharis is just my destiny for this day. So as not in a plan as to what to speak. But when I heard there's a difference, different meaning of going through Amrita. I think I started my Amrita Yatra about 35 years back. Much more senior than all of you. But not in a vehicle. Not along with a driver. All alone in my career with cancer patients. And I think that yatra will continue. That's my thought process still. And I think I would have seen much more different way than all these youngsters are seeing, because you are traveling and seeing people, where I'm sitting in a chair and seeing people. You know why? Different groups of people come with different mentalities, thought processes, and with a different concept about life and all. So I always used to tell that though I don't belong to the Chinmaya family or at all, knowingly or unknowingly, I am practicing all the mission set by Swami Chinmayanji. And we always say that God lives in our heart, in a different way. You are the God. And your insight is some which is expanding and making into a God, to say that Jivatma, Paramatma, one. That I have seen in this world. What I'm telling you is, see, when I'm sitting in the OP, I could see what you define as a God, they are coming to you, in front of you. And I could see devils also coming in front of you. Yeah, one patient or their, accompaniment, he sees a God, whereas the other person who comes is with the devil. And if I start telling the stories, I think just like the Swamiji asked, I think 2 days should be okay for me. But to introduce a few of them. There was one person called as Pushpaswami. She was in her late 70s. She was one of my patients. I met her when I was doing my studies in Adar Cancer Institute. And when I moved out to Trivandrum RCC, she also moved out to Trivandrum. She said, I want to be under your care. And if there are any Trivandrumites, I think she was staying in Trivandrum. I'll put it in the other way because that makes it more suspense. We used to help her for treatment at times, many times, because she didn't have any money. And we came to know that she's always, the temple, Shiva temple. And one person used to give some milk for her every day. Another person used to give her 500 rupees. And this is her income for that month, 1 month income. And she comes for the treatment. Very regular in her treatment. Very nice lady. We didn't see her for a follow-up for about 1 week. She was not turning up for a follow-up. So I knew the place where she's staying. Then I went with my younger son, who is an oncologist now. And we went to her, I will not say the house. She was living in a single room in a house. Kitchen is in the same room. Washing, everything happening in the same room. She sleeps also in the same room. She was lying in the floor. The moment we entered, she was trying to speak but not able to. So we knew that she's not doing well. So we straight away took her to RCC, Cancer Trivandrum. And we could not save her. But just before leaving this world, she gave me a small kit and said, there is some money left in this kit. You give to any poor patient you want to give. Just think of what you should call her. She's a god. Because we could see people now giving 10,000 rupees, who is a multimillionaire, and being advertised everywhere, and going for all the paraphernalia, everything. And here is someone who was trying to live through every day, but the heart of hearts, whatever left over, she wanted to give to someone else. This happened years back. So I address her as a God Pushpa Devi. 1 week back from now, 2 youngsters came to my room with their mother, who is recently diagnosed as having a cancer. So I just trying to talk to them as introducing us to what is the disease like. But both of them are sons of this patient. They're not at all interested in knowing what is the disease. They're not at all interested in what is the line of treatment. They're just asking me a straightforward question. How many days she is going to live? That too, in a language which the mother can easily understand. Easily understand. You're sitting right in front of them only. First time I just kept mum. Second time, I was feeling so annoyed, so disturbed. I told them, why don't you ask something else? You ask where my mother will escape, or you ask what is the line of treatment you want to. You know what he told me? That my mother is bold enough to know how many days she is going to live. Because this gentleman will be carrying the return ticket because he's working abroad. Okay, so he is not interested in knowing the date of her death. He's interested in doing all the karma after the death and go back. So she has to adjust the ticket. No, they are also living in the same world where we are also living, or where Pushpasami lived. This we are seeing in and out, and had some impact on me in the last 35 years. So that made me to continue my Amrit Yatra with oncology patients. And I could see youngsters all very happy to say that this inspired me to be part of Chinmaya Mission, like that. I was just thinking of, they were all in a profession where money was the criteria, like doing engineering, doing an MBA, fashion technology, somebody like that. That's the problem with the youngsters. There's no one want to take up a profession of the doctor. No one want to. But if you count in terms of the effort you put in, the work you had to do, I think the worst profession you can ever imagine. But if you think on the other side, do you have a really meaning in life? Then every moment I live, I got a meaning in life. I feel that as my job is done in this world, that is what I enjoy. And I'm happy to see that good number of youngsters are here, because in none of the meetings like this, you could see a single youngster sitting and listening to any of these talks. So that's something which I think great about the Chinmaya Mission. And this Amrit Yatra also. They are the people to be targeted. They are the people to be targeted because I feel, if you ask me, not only in my profession, anywhere, would you like to live for another 10 years? I said no. I'm not at all interested to live in another 10 years. And probably many of you may not know. There's one of our IAS officers called Babu Porsar. He has written in his will, saying that if I happen to have a disease and if you are going to take me to intensive care unit, then inform, and luckily or unluckily it was my name, inform him and then only take me to ICU, because I don't want to see and die in the ICU with all the machineries around me. I also think in the same way. I'll be happy to die when I'm seeing a patient. Because, and again, one of the recent interviews, I think we had an interview just before the Onam festival. I was the only man with a grey beard, all the youngsters. So the interviewers asked them, how many of your patients became your friends later on? First person said, not a single, because they are all my clients and they are not my friends. Second person said, I keep them separate. My clients are there, my friends are there, no interaction between them. Then they asked me the question, how many of your patients became your friends later? I said, including my today's driver. 100%, all of them are either my friends or my family members in my life. That keep me going. That keep me going. And I'm sure that when you are part of this mission and learning to know as to what is life, what are your priorities in life, how you should prioritize in your life, I think you will know all the teachings, all the principles, all the missionaries of this great man. I think you will have to say pranam and tell, because that is what he wanted, that is the mission he wanted. That's why I said, knowingly or unknowingly, I am part of this mission in my life. And that is how I enjoy it also. And you should know my driver today. That's why I told you, he's again was my patient, but not my friend, but he's my son now. Okay, who is always with me traveling, wherever I am. And I had the liberty to call him if I don't have a driver, else I'd go. And he said he'll come immediately. And it's very difficult to assess people also, He's a national awardee winner of 3 movies for the best movie of the country. With 3 or 4 postgraduate degrees, a PhD holder. What else you want? What else you want? The only connection with me is that he was my patient at some point of time. That's again you have to realize. And start loving people. Keep them close to your heart. And try to help them out. I think that is what I want the mission and the youngsters to learn and do that. I think that's what you are learning when you are traveling through the country. Because what you have seen so far as a chartered accountant, as an engineer, or as a, fashion technologist, is not life. It's not life. Much beyond that, there are people who want your help. And I also tell that, see, we are all lucky today because we are all lucky to be able to sit and at least listen to these talks by different Swamijis, isn't it? But at this moment of time, one person will be running around for getting some money or for a life tomorrow because his or her son is going to be in the hospital and he doesn't have a single penny with him for tomorrow's treatment. That is where we learn life is different. And that way, if you ask me, I have seen the real life of this world. So I feel that, yes, I'm justified in sitting with all the families today. Because though I had not learnt any of the Vedas, not gone through any of the Vedas, not, practicing any of their life in my life, I've been changed in my mind to be a yogi probably for the next life. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, sir, for the inspiring words. Next, I request Swami Sharadananda ji, Resident Acharya of CIF, to give the facilitation speech.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Charan Madhu Vindade. We gain Madhu by traveling. So when Veda is telling this, of course, the travel from flowers to flowers, from place to place, from experiences to experiences. Doctor is also gaining Madhu because Doctor's life is a pilgrimage. It's a travel, may not be place to place, but from chances to chances, experiences to experience. Puja Gurudev, Swami Chinmayananda, we know that he was a constant traveler. He used to go to nook and corners of this world, taking Madhu along with him, giving the nectar of life, giving the nectar of fulfillment, giving the nectar of hope. When we think about Gurudev's life, as Swamiji mentioned, I always feel, whenever I think about Gurudev, I always see Ganga. Because Gurudev was the embodiment of the principle of Ganga. Instead of staying in the Himalayas pure, she came down, she's flowing, giving life to many, carrying all kinds of dirt and impurities. she's giving life. And Puju Gurudev is that Ganga, Jnana Ganga, coming to our life, giving us hope, removing the dirt of our samsara and filling our heart with great joy and fulfillment. So this entire group, they are flowing with Gurudev, so that vehicle is not just a vehicle, that's a message. Message to move on, travel, realize, be loving and compassionate and caring, and fulfill the life. I take this moment to congratulate all our Yatris, who is becoming the hands and legs and eyes of Puja Gurudev, taking his mission to thousands and lakhs of people. Maybe let us also invoke that grace into our life and think, how can we contribute? Our Dr. Sir said, Doctor is part of the mission, not because Doctor is a member of the mission, but Doctor is doing what Gurudev wanted us to do. Bringing little hope, little love, little understanding to people. So all of us who are gathered here, this is what we should take to our heart. What is Gurudev? Gurudev is not just a name. Gurudev is that essence, the embodiment of love and compassion, which should fill our heart and flows beyond our life. That's why we celebrate their Jayanti. They are not dead and gone. Gurudev is not dead and gone. He is still with us through all of them. May Bhagwan's grace and blessings be always with us. May Gurudev always inspire us to love, to cherish, and give hope. Thank you. Hari Om.
Thank you, Swamiji. Next, I request Swami Advayananda to share a token of love to Dr. Gangadharan, sir. Thank you. Next, I request Professor Gauri Maholikarji, Academic Director of CIF, to give vote of thanks.
Hari Om, respected Swamins, Dr. Gangadharanji, the current Chief Sevak, the former Chief Sevak, the trustees, all the campers of Lalita Sahasranama and the extended CIF family members, Sarvebhyaha Namo Namaha. It's my proud privilege to propose a vote of thanks. It's a formality, of course, but I am doing it with love and passion and not just as a formality. First and foremost, we all are grateful to the divine grace of Lalita Mahatripura Sundari, who has been gracing this dais for last 2 days, and she will be gracing for the next week. With her grace and blessings only, we can do what we want to do. Then the Adi Sankara Acharya, one who is born here, one who played here, and one whose presence we feel whenever we move around this place. And then the Gurudev, like Bhagirath, he brought Ganga from Himalayas down. Gurudev also brought Vedanta Ganga. He had to struggle. That was Bhagiratha Prayatna for him. And like Swami Vivekananda, he also got Vedanta for youth. And we are seeing this in the form of these youngsters, the Yuvaveers and the chick people who are carrying this baton ahead. So, and Gurudev has come home today, so we are celebrating. It's homecoming for him. And we are welcoming him in his own home now. Okay. So thanks to Gurudev, and not thanks, but then we are here because of his grace only. And somebody asked, how many of you have seen Gurudev, right? You asked. I have seen. I have met, and he has blessed me. But that time I was not aware that I will be coming back to his own place. I was just hardly 21 years old, my BA, and I gave a Sanskrit invocation for his felicitation in Birla Sabhagar in Mumbai. And that time, because I spoke in Sanskrit, he was very happy. I was standing in the wings. When after his roaring speech he came, I was still standing there. He just smiled and kept his hand. And that fructified in 2018, after so many years, when I came back here. So that grace, that continues. We don't know what is the meaning of that, but they are all drashtaraha. They are all visionaries. So they see much beyond. We say, oh, this all happened so suddenly. Nothing happens suddenly. It's all planned by them. We are not aware of it, right? So that is the Gurudev's grace, which I have been enjoying, and I am fully enjoying it here in my Vanaprastha for last 8 years. And Dr. Gangadharanji, what can I say? You touched our hearts, really. And in the Gurudev's pledge, he has said, this is Manava Seva is Madhava Seva. We believe that the service to the people is the service to the Lord of Lords, and devotion to the country is the devotion to the Supreme Self. You are doing the same. So you are doing what Chinmayananda said. So you are our family member. Not indirectly, directly. You are directly our family member. I thank Anukulananda also for this, for briefing us about the Yatra. This is really, he said so many meanings of Amrita. I would rather say, Shrunvantu Vishve Amritasya Putraha. The Veda Vachana says, we are all the children of immortality. Shrunvantu Vishve Amritasya Putraha. So this Amrita Yatra has to go from our generation to the next generation to the next generation. And this Pravahatat, Samskrita Mandakini, Pravahatat, Chinmaya Mandakini. This Mandakini, let it flow forever and ever and ever. Shining, touching the hearts of hundreds of people and shining the lives. Then our own Advayananda and Chinmayananda. Advayananda, he himself was so moved while talking about the anecdotes of Gurudev. We all get moved, right? And we have been hearing these stories, but good stories, we love to hear again and again and again. That's what we are experiencing. There is joy every time we hear. It is something new. And oh, yeah, wonderful. So, thank you, Swamiji. Thank you, Sharadananda also for his wonderful speech. And I thank all of you here who have gathered. We all are bound by that Sutre Manigana Iva, by the love and compassion, by the teachings of Gurudev. We are all bound together. We all belong to the same family. We stand as one family. Hari Om. Thank you all.
Hari Om, thank you all. I now request Swami Advayananda, Swami Sharadananda, and Chief Guest Dr. Gangadharan Sir to give gifts to Yuvaveers.
Yes.
Hari Om. I also invite Brahmachari Sudhir Chaitanya ji, Brahmacharini Tarini Chaitanya ji on stage. They are from CIF, receiving gifts from CIF. Brahmachari Sudhir ji. Also to Swami Anukulananda ji.
Next, I request Brahmachari Ved Chaitanya ji to do the pledge and closing prayer.
Hari Om. Continuing with where Gauri ji left, let us stand and do the pledge together. Please keep your right hand near your heart. We stand as one family, bound to each other with love and respect. We serve as an army, courageous and disciplined, ever ready to fight against all low tendencies and false values within and without us. We live honestly, the noble life of sacrifice and service, producing more than what we consume and giving more than what we take. We seek the Lord's grace to keep us on the path of virtue, courage, and wisdom. May thy grace and blessings flow through us to the world around us. We believe that the service of our country is the service of the Lord of Lords, and devotion to the people is the devotion to the Supreme Self. We know our responsibilities. Give us the ability and courage to fulfill them. Om Tat Sat. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Boliye Shri Sadgurunath Maharaj ki, Shri Adi Sankara Bhagavan ki, Namah Parvati Pataye Har Har Maha. Sarvatra Govinda Nama Sankirtanam Govinda Govinda Swami